Alright. I have good stats besides my health. Try not to die. It's like a good tier and damage combo is not very common. I only have negative 0.01 luck. Oh, guess what trinket I have? If I had died to the toenail, that would have been upsetting. But at the same time, hilarious, you know? The 404 is a random trinket each room. That room, it was the toenail. So I didn't really want to deal with that. But fortunately, the presence of the toenail warned me. And it was in a spot where it was like I was not going to miss the dodge. And, you know, next month is September. You probably get like a year of sub on a pretty good discount. Hopefully they do gift subs. I'll do like a week of Isaac challenges being like a sub less or something, or just picking character being only like 2 subs, or just, you know, something. Get people to sub. Oh. Wow. Okay. Let me just beat the shop then. I'm gonna skip Curse to the Tower though. That's not the one I'd hope for. Help you wake up at 5 now? That's, I don't envy you. How's Kingdom Hearts 2? I mean, it's fine so far. It's not torture yet. There's time though. But I'm like early on, it's still pretty easy. Yeah, I'm not really afraid of picking up books. I'll keep the damage book. Anyway, that was nice. Just easy transform. This is inappropriate. Okay, alright. Guy has too much energy. I'm gonna look. What do you mean 358/2 is the best Kingdom Hearts? What are you smoking? Oops. I'm so glad that it was just a cutscene compilation. So glad. I don't know what the gameplay for Coded is like, but I'm glad that's a cutscene compilation too. I mean, as a mobile game, I can't imagine it was that, like, interesting. So we think it's here? I think it's probably there. I did not enjoy 358. Like, I played some of it. And it was just not a fun game. It was a boring game. What do you mean you mostly cheated? How do you even cheat? I would probably have made the game more pleasant, though. I'm not going to look at a blind devil deal. Goodbye. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't enjoy the game either, and that's why I didn't finish. I was so glad I only had to watch cutscenes this time through. It was unfortunate that I had to play Chain of Memories, though. I think that game sucked, too. Darn, I really thought I'd get away with it. Like, there were good things about Chain of Memories, but it was too much of the bad things, like, constantly. But I thought that until the bosses interacted with the mechanics differently for me, or just generally, like, the boss fights were interesting. I think that the mechanical functionality of the card system is good, actually. Until the rules are different for you and enemies. Then it's bad, actually. And I also, god dang it. I also thought that what was I? I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. There are only like 3 enemy layouts per stage, and you have to fight them like 100 times a stage. It's like really boring. But you can't just like skip them. I mean, you can, but then you won't be prepared for the bosses because you won't have any levels. So you kind of have to do the same fights 100 times a stage. Except in Riku. The Riku story, you really could skip the first, like, 8 stages, which was great. I enjoyed that. I would definitely rather do Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimate Weapon as opposed to playing Chain of Memories again. I really... that was not a fun game. Yeah, no, I wasn't like... I'm not so good at Chain of Memories that I could do it with, like, no combat. Like, I didn't get super deep into understanding optimal deck building and learning the cheesiest slights and all that stuff. And I think that the game would probably be pretty fun that way. Like, I bet that the speedrunners of that game actually really like it and have a lot of fun. Speedrun finishes at like level 27. That's awesome, honestly. I bet that, yeah, they, again, like it and have lots of fun. Yeah, I'm just playing normally. I don't think, I mean, okay, it depends on the streak you're doing. Eating streaks, it's like pretty easy until you get a really, really bad run, and then, I mean, you know, then you finally have a chance to lose, but I don't like making constantly good decisions. That's boring. I didn't even use my... Awesome! I love the gold troll bomb. That's not viable. That was... Wow, the top secret room's like way over here. I have 8 bombs. Do I want to find out? I mean, the spawn room was like... here. Okay, that's not so bad. Probably in here, but I mean, all 3 of these are likely viable. I don't really care what's in there. Oh, more blind. Love it. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Okay, you know what? That was convenient. Continuing to play this game is like, you gotta find your own fun. No thanks, not what I'm looking for. I kind of would like to have 15 cents. I don't have a trinket, so that'll solve that. Here we go again. Okay, that's fine. I know what that is. I like the general trajectory of this run. It's good. By the way, critical is totally fine so far in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm sure endgame I'll have regrets, but it's also early game. Early game's easy. But it's like easier than early game Proud in Kingdom Hearts 1. So that's I don't know, I didn't play Critical in Kingdom Hearts 3 because it wasn't out on release, and Proud was like the easiest thing I ever did. So if Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical is stupid, then like I understand that they overcorrected, and they probably needed to because, like I said, Proud was a joke. All right, buddy. I mean, I've definitely won with worse builds than this is currently. Do I want to, though? No. Well, you gotta find out. That's fine. Stewart? I mean, it's good, but... It's kind of like the thing that I didn't really need. And obviously, I'm gonna lose the damage before long. I wonder where the secret room is. Or did I find it? No, I didn't. Did the game just chug there when I looked away? Because I wasn't looking during half of that fight. Don't worry about it. Let's try here. Let's try here. I wonder why the game chugged. Much like I kind of wonder why the game chugged in Gungeon yesterday. Like, I know there were a lot of possible reasons for it to start chugging, but I don't know which one you know, made it happen. Okay, genuinely though, is there bias in room or in floor generation towards making crosses at the start? Or is that just a fun quirk that's thematic? Yeah, I'm on an Intel CPU, but mine's underclocked and well, or not underclocked, undervolted and well cooled. Why am I not using my active item? Because it doesn't matter and I forget about it. But the run's good enough without it that I just don't have to care. Well, in this game, my CPU is not going over 65 watts. Can it though? Does it regularly? Yes. Thing, you know, goes to like 300 watts. Yeah, you undervolt in the BIOS. I just like looked around for tutorials and found one with lots of details, and especially one for my exact CPU. Mine wasn't like Silicon Lottery or anything. So I just got like a normal old undervolt. But yeah, it also depends on your motherboard manufacturer. You should definitely undervolt AMDs. It's also like easy for them, as I understand it. I mean, I'm sure if that's the default setting, it's fine and it's rated for that and all. But undervolting is just good. So, you know. Perhaps here? Perhaps here? Where's the secret room? It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. Or wait, maybe it's here. Oh, I didn't look here. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. The stress testing's really easy. Like, I just ran the long Cinebench R23. Like multiple times in a row. And if it didn't crash, cool. And I mean, usually on undervolts that did crash, it crashed like 2-3 runs in. So I was really not It wasn't so bad. That's an arcade I've never seen before. I would love a PhD. Man, what happened in here? Yeah, dude lost his PhD in there. Anyway, no, I mean, it was definitely annoying to restart a bunch of times to test them, but I think that was mostly the case for me because I kept losing the setting in my BIOS. I couldn't find it to change the undervolt, and I was looking for it and I couldn't find it again. So fortunately my undervolt is fine. But I mean, all you do is assume that you won the silicon lottery. You try the craziest undervolt that it lets you. And then you up it by a little bit, like a very little bit, until you stop crashing. And then once you stop crashing, you just up it one more time by that little bit so that you've got a little bit of headroom and you're good. I was gonna overclock on top of my undervolt, but that was just too much work because none of the simple ones worked, and I would have had to like change the undervolt to get a different overclock, and I didn't care. I wanted to get to 6 gigahertz, but I didn't want it badly enough to deal with it, so I didn't.
Puberty.
Hey, I'm faster now.
Speed up.
Yeah, I remembered the PhD, that's why I didn't go into the shop, don't worry. Okay. Does speed down ever turn into a speed up without PhD? I don't think so. Or a little late for the chance at the place, the planetarium. I mean, okay, there are 3 items that make bad pills their good counterparts. You got Lucky Foot and Virgo. So, I mean, if you had one of those, then yes, a speed down would become a speed up. If you mean without any of those, then no. I don't think so. No, the item room was the tough love. Okay, yeah, 5.3 is a huge gain over 4.1. But in the case of I have the 13900K. 5.8 is fine. I don't need more than that. I kind of wanted 6 just so I could say 6. But then I would have had to mess with everything again, like my underclock or my undervolt and everything, to get 6 on 2 cores, or maybe 1 core, depending how I did it. But it was not important. I don't need it. Like, my computer's super fast. Doing the GPU overclock was really easy though, since you don't have to restart for those. I became a quitter when my perfectly functional undervolt couldn't stably overclock. When it was like, okay, so I did all this work for no reason if I want to overclock, or I did all this work to save power. So it was just the smart move. Like, I could gain performance that will in no way ever affect me, and will waste power that I don't need to waste, or I could call it a win. So I called it a win, okay? Like, even when rendering, my CPU doesn't hit 100%. Everything's done on the GPUs, basically. So it just actually doesn't affect me anywhere. Like, I cap my frames and everything so that I can use G-Sync. My CPU doesn't need any more power to do the amount of frames that I need. So it was like entirely just a waste of time to do more than save the power. All right, cool. Isn't the AMD, the Adrenaline auto overclocker actually pretty good? It's just if you wanna, like, I mean, I wouldn't do super resolution, personally. But my understanding was that the Adrenaline auto overclocker actually did pretty good work. The NVIDIA auto overclocker is like fine. It just is, it plays it really safe. It like does such a minimal overclock for what your GPU can actually handle. I guess I do need some speed right now. So the NVIDIA one is also fine. It's just you can do a lot better manually really easily. Yeah, no, I have a global FPS cap as well. Which again is why my CPU is never really all that taxed in gaming. And I thus I wouldn't have needed the overclock had I done it. Oh no, GPUs are meant to run at 100%. I'm just gonna wait. Like, I mean, obviously, if you can get like 99% all the time and never hit 100, that's better. Like, you want to hit as high of a usage percentage as you can without going over or needing more than 100%. Well, yeah, it turns its fans up because that's how it stays as cool as it's able to. But no, they make GPUs with the full intent of them running at max utilization. I just hope that I don't have to do the big room. Why that matters to me? It shouldn't. Really. It's true. I did get what is it called? Fan control. I got fan control to change my GPU fan curve without having to run, well, and some of my case fans without having to run the software that I use that overclock my GPU at all times. But yeah, I linked some of my case fans to my GPU utilization or temperature or something, which was good. Zero percent till 75C, then 100%. Yeah, that's a really bad fan curve. Well, see, for me, I have hardware monitoring on all the time. Can you see it in this game? You can't see it in this game. When I'm playing games, I have hardware monitoring, just always. Just a bunch of stats in the bottom right. Right where my face cam would be. But yeah, I mean, GPUs are usually fine at like ADC. That's usually like what they're meant to do. I don't want to do this room, but I'm gonna do this room. You should get less noisy fans. Get a water block. Like, no, they're not worried about noise. They're worried about their GPU functioning how they say. They just want to meet those targets. If you care about the noise, that's your problem to take into account. I think that I have a 3080. Meant for overclocking. I think that by default, it wants to throttle at 90. 90C. I don't think it ever got there, even when I didn't have any kind of frame capping and stuff. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think it ever actually got to 90. But I think that's where it would throttle, 90 or 91 or something. But yeah, it would get to 80 sometimes, I think. For the most part, I see like 60, maybe 72 when gaming. When doing like a 3D game, it's taxing it to most of its utilization percentage. I don't think that changed much when I overclocked it. But I also, you know, redid my fans, like I said, the fan curves for my case and GPU. Did I full clear this floor? Awesome. Well done. Wait, your GPU idles at 50? Like, not doing anything, it's at 50? That sucks. Time. Like, this game, 40% utilization, it's at 32. It does not care. No, Windows shouldn't shut down based on temps. That would be like a hard crash of your hardware. Like, CPU or GPU hitting thermal throttling should just do that. It should just throttle until the temps get more under control.
Puberty. Two of diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, you could always redo the paste on your GPU and see if it changes anything. But that requires, you know, taking apart your GPU, which is always fun. I've not done it because I don't want to, and I don't need to. My GPU is fine. Unless I get a water block, then I need to. But I don't really want to do the actual work required to install a water block. As much as I want to have a liquid-cooled GPU that, you know, never breaks 50 and is just totally silent all the time, I don't want to do the work or pay the money. I would assume that the adult transformation has the same visual for everybody, but I never considered it. I'm in. Goodbye, all of that health that I had. Don't mind me, just farming tears ups. I would love to cool my CPU with liquid nitrogen. However, I think that is expensive and impractical for extended use. That's just a thing that you do for overclocking for, like, record attempts. I'll see what you do when you're worried about condensation is you coat everything in Vaseline. Even yourself? If you want, yeah. Oil submerged computers are a thing. Like that is a real thing. I don't need this right now. No, but I'm worried about condensation in my computer. Should I coat myself in Vaseline? I don't have any familiars that need homing. Am I inside my computer? I think that happens on a different website. Yeah, I assume you're not doing fans. If you're doing a fully submerged PC, I don't think that you would do fans.
Range up. Range up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Go to YouTube and look up someone who has made a mineral oil PC. Gonna do delirium this time.